attempted theft over the weekend on the North Shore has turned himself in. Slidell police say that 20-year-old Tedrin Jones is now facing charges stemming from an attempted car theft. We're told that 4 suspects were trying to break into a vehicle when the owner of that car confronted them. Well, gunfire then erupted, and one of the suspects who was shot was later discovered dead in the back seat of that vehicle. That's according to investigators. 17-year-olds Javon Victor and Iman Starks were also arrested there at the scene.
Charleston County Coroner's Office has now identified the victim of a weekend shooting at a West Ashley apartment complex. 15-year-old Rakeem Jordan Baker was found by officers at the Palmilla Apartments late Saturday evening, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. EMS attempted life-saving measures, but he died at the scene. At this time, there have been no arrests. If you have any information about the case, you're asked to reach out to Charleston Police at 843-743-7200.
A Scott City man is dead after attempting to burglarize a home. It happened yesterday at a house in Scott City. According to police, Jason Vermillion kicked in the back door of the house and then was shot by the homeowner. Vermillion died shortly after being rushed to the hospital. Police are calling it self-defense and say they're not seeking charges against that homeowner.
People were attacked inside their Southern Kentucky home. The violence happened at the home of a retired London attorney. A woman is facing numerous charges from the event that left the 2 victims and the suspect hurt. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has a closer look at what took place.
When police showed up to the home on Heather Way in London, they say they found a woman in the front yard with a gunshot wound. That woman was identified as Heather Manning. She apparently was at the home of Joe T. and Judy Roberts. Those 2 people were inside the home also with injuries. Judy Roberts with more serious injuries such as a punctured lung, a possible fractured shoulder, and multiple broken ribs. Joe T. Roberts was also injured. Police say that he hurt his hand when he tried to stop Manning from yanking a telephone from the wall.
As the investigation is still ongoing, there's not a lot of details that we can release about it.
Police say they cannot release exactly why Heather Manning was there or what the motive was for the attack, but in the arrest warrant, they say Manning clearly instigated what took place before Joe T. Roberts was able to fire a weapon that left Manning injured as well.
Officers responded and they located Judy Roberts with quite a few injuries from an apparent armed confrontation that had been done by Manning.
And police say that when they did actually show up, it was the second time. The first time they had gone to the door, no one answered the door, and police say they later learned that this was because Heather Manning was holding the shotgun on the 2 Roberts and forcing them not to answer the door, all the while threatening them. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
Heather Manning is charged with 2nd-degree assault, 4th-degree assault, wanton endangerment, and unlawful imprisonment. She declined to talk to us today from the Fayette County Detention Center.
Developing now, police have identified the man killed in a shooting at a Cincinnati gas station this morning.
The shooting happened along Reading Road in Paddock Hills.
So our Allie Hennard is live outside of that BP gas station with the very latest on this investigation. Allie, what have you learned so far?
Well, Trisha and Megan, that's right. So the shooting happened this morning here behind me at this gas station, the BP gas station. It's off the intersection of Reading Road and Tennessee. So we have found out new information in the last hour. The employee at the BP tells me that this stemmed from a robbery. Now, 1 man died in this shooting, and police have now identified him.
For a possible shooting at BP 4545 Reading. Still waiting additional.
According to Cincinnati police, the man who died is 57-year-old Dana Bruten. Police were called to the gas station. This is at the intersection of Reading Road and Tennessee Avenue for a report of a shooting. Now, when police got to the scene, they found the man shot behind the counter.
Right now, it's extremely life-threatening, but it sounds like they're going to transport possibly.
Cincinnati Fire performed life-saving measures, but the Hamilton County Coroner's Office says he died at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center from his injuries. Employees tell Fox 19 the shooting stemmed from a robbery. They say no gas station employees were injured.
With 1 male down, possible shotgun. The clerk saying he just shot someone. Give me a unit to detain this person walking.
A police supervisor said this morning 2 BP employees were detained for questioning. It is unclear who was the person who fired the gun. Police do say Bruten, the man who died, was not an employee. So again, we do know from one of the BP employees that this shooting stemmed from a robbery. Police have not yet confirmed that, but they are actively investigating. It is their homicide unit investigating this shooting. And we have learned also that, again, those 2 BP employees were detained for questioning. No arrests have yet been made, according to Cincinnati police, but we will continue to follow this story. For now, reporting live in Paddock Hills with photojournalist Sydney Bellum, Allie Hennard, Fox 19 Now.
Is not facing charges tonight. An apartment complex employee involved in the deadly shooting of a man earlier this week in Southeast Austin. APD identified him today as 39-year-old Adrian Lopez. Police say he was shot and killed Monday at the Waterloo Flats Apartments after he reportedly randomly assaulted an employee. Investigators say Lopez also threatened the employee with pepper spray, which led him to shoot. The Travis County District Attorney's Office is not filing charges at this time, and APD continues to investigate.
If the criminal does not fear the police, a judge, or prison, he must be taught to fear his victims.